To further look ahead to the weekend's football, I'm delighted to be joined in the studio by top tipster Mark Pearson and football journalist Andy Mitten. Gents, welcome. Can we start with United, Andy? You were at the Wolfsburg game in midweek. A great win, but many injury problems, but it didn't seem to affect them.
It didn't. When people looked at the defence at the start and saw that only Patrice Evra was the only recognised defender, everybody said in the ground a draw would be a good result here. And Wolfsburg started like they were going to win. They were favourites, they're a good side, they played well at Old Trafford. Michael Owen took his chances, got the 3 goals. I think United were slightly fortuitous. I think the statistics showed that they had 9 corners to United's 2. But that didn't seem to matter at the end when all the United fans were singing about Michael Owen being a red. And United have won all 3 of the away games in the Champions League, not conceded a goal up until that. And it was a good performance.
This game against Villa, it's one of those games that United always seem to do well in, but I mean this time it's different with the injury problems and also the fact that Villa again are challenging for a top 4 place, I guess.
Yeah, Villa have been one of the form teams, and James Milner seems to be attracting a lot of headlines in recent weeks. I think he's shifted his position slightly and he's contributing a lot more in terms of goals. And they've got a lot of good young English players and an exceptional manager in Martin O'Neill. And I think that United will win, but I think that Villa are a strong team. I'm really looking forward to the game because they're capable of beating the best teams, but I think it will still be a little bit beyond them to get a result at Old Trafford. OK, Mark, welcome to the chat. What are the odds on this game then?
Well, Manchester United, as you expect, a 2-1 on. The draw's 3-1. Villa are as big as 6-1. Villa not won at Old Trafford since 1983. Of course, it was 3-2 last season. Remember the Makeda winner? Absolutely fantastic game. If you fancy 3-2 again, it's 25-1. But going back to Tuesday night in Wolfsburg, Wolfsburg, because of the injury news of United, were being backed off the boards. It was one of those rare occasions when Manchester United won and we actually made cash. No one was backing United. We've actually cut United for the Champions League after that. They were 15-2, but we thought it was a very impressive performance away. Like you say, a little bit lucky as well. 13-2 now, Manchester United for Champions League glory. And Michael Owen, 11-4 to go to the World Cup.
Interesting. Do you think he should go, Andy?
I think it will be between him and Defoe. I think Michael Owen needs to play a lot more than he is playing, and maybe that will be difficult for him at Old Trafford. I like what Capello's done. He seems to pick players on form rather than on reputation. I would still say no, but I think if he carries on doing as he did the other night, and as Sir Alex Ferguson said after the game in Wolfsburg, there are a few better finishers than him in world football.
OK. Mark, moving on.
I thought that third finish was the old Owen, wasn't it? Yeah. It was an excellent finish.
It did, yeah, true.
So, 11-4 to go to a World Cup. I saw this week Capello said he'd love a England-Italy final, so if you fancy that, that's 25-1 in England-Italy final.
Just England in the final will do for me. City's game this weekend at Bolton, how do you see that one going?
Well, City are favourites. City are 5-6 for draws, 5-2. Bolton are 100-30. Burlington Bertie. 7 draws for City. Then they beat Arsenal, and then of course they beat Chelsea as well. And if you fancy both Manchester United and Manchester City to win, it's 15-8. It was 2-0 to Bolton last season, which is 20-1. I think City will find it tough at the Reebok, but I think City can continue its good run and just edge it, maybe 1-0 at the Reebok Stadium tomorrow afternoon. OK, Andy, the line that's come out of City today, Robinho on camera saying he wants to stay at Eastlands. I know you've done interviews with him in the past, obviously Barcelona-based as well, and that was a club that was most strongly linked. What's been your sort of insight, I suppose, into Robinho, whether he'll stay or go or whatever? I
always thought that he wants to return to Spain, and I still think that. I think that he's been put under pressure to say that he will stay at City. I don't think he's not enjoying himself here. I think that he is, but I think he likes the Spanish style of football more. Barca like him. Pep Guardiola likes him as a player. He's not convinced about his possible influence in the dressing room, given his previous. Barca don't have the money at the moment to buy Robinho. They would have liked him on a loan, but they could not afford to pay the type of money, even though the euro is stronger, to take him away. And he's back now, he's playing for City. City are getting some decent results. He likes it in Manchester, but he just prefers Spain.
OK, well, gents, we've run out of time, unfortunately. We could have talked about Wigan, the Football League and everything else, but I'm afraid we're out of time. Thanks very much.